everyone. My name is Carol Beatty, and I am the Assistant Director of Assessment here at Texas A&M International University. If you're joining me today, I want to say welcome on this training for our General Education Assessment, as well as our Writing Intensive WIN course assessment. So I want to go ahead and get started. So thank you all again for joining me, and let me go ahead and share my screen. So this training is going to be using AEFIS for creating an assignment. Now you do have two options when you are assessing through our AEFIS system. One option is to use AEFIS for creating an assignment, meaning that we are going to create a generic assignment to be assessed for our WIN or our core curriculum. The second option, which is another training that you can find on our assessment website, is to use an LMS assignment from Blackboard and convert it to be used in AEFIS for our assessment purposes. But if you are watching this video, it is because you are wanting to create a generic assignment in AEFIS. So let's get started. First and foremost, you have to log into AEFIS. So we suggest using Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox as your web browsers to log into AEFIS. What you would do is you would type in our URL. As you can see, it's right here, tamu.aefis.net. Now you will have your UConnect login for your credentials. And please be sure to have your Duo Connect handy so that way you can log in to AEFIS and start assessing. Once you log in, you're going to see your AEFIS homepage. To the right of the screen, you would actually see your action items. So if your course has been selected to be assessed, you should find your course sections there listed on the right-hand side. Behind and grayed out behind the action items, you will see your AEFIS homepage. This is where you can see course evaluations, and if you're involved in academic assessment, you'd be able to see your data collections as well as how you would get to faculty portfolio. But we're not talking about that today, so we're just going to focus on your action items. So first things first, to get into creating the assignment, you do have to hover your mouse over that course and the blue button to the right-hand side of that course. So once you hover over that button, you will see this menu pop up. What you're going to do is you're going to click on the home button, which is your course home. Once you click that button, you will be taken to your course section page. Here on this page, you will see some information that has been loaded either from Banner or from Blackboard itself. That is not what we are here to look at, or do you need to mess or edit any of this information. What you're actually looking for is here on this left-hand side menu. It is not on this screenshot, so let me go ahead and go to the next slide. You will scroll down on the page, and below the title assessment, you will find the word assignments. So you're going to want to go ahead and click on that. Once you click on the assignments menu button, you will be taken to your assignments homepage. Now, for the purposes of this example, this course does have some Blackboard assignments that have been pushed over into the AEFIS assessment page. However, some of you may find that you don't have any of your assignments on here. I am unsure as to why that happens, but I do want to make you aware that these are the assignments that are porting over from Blackboard. But if you are here today and watching this training, you are going to be creating a generic assignment for assessment purposes. So there's no need to worry about any of these assignments that are listed below. What you're going to do is you're going to look for the button called Add Assignment. It's right here on the right-hand side. You're going to go ahead and click that button. And once you click that button, you will see a box that will open up on your screen. Now let's go through every single one of these items to fill out on this box. Our first item to be entered in would be the name of your assignment. Now, our office does not specify the name of which the assignment must be to be used for assessment. If your chair or your dean has informed you that the assignment is to be a certain name, go ahead and type it there in that box. If not, you are free to put in whatever name you would like for this assignment. Next to that, you can see the maximum score. So here on our PowerPoint, we have specified what is the total score for each of the outcomes tested for core curriculum. If you're here and you use WIN, you would actually be using communication, which is 20 points. Again, if you're all WIN, even dance, art, and theater, you will be using 20 points. Now, if you're here with core curriculum, it is possible that your course may have been selected for more than just one outcome. If that is the case, then you will add your rubric points together for the total score if you are using the same assignment. Now, some of you may use one assignment, for example, for critical thinking. And if you're testing communication, you may have another assignment. That is completely up to you. But if you are creating a generic assignment and you would like to add both of these rubrics into your assignment, then you would total them. So for the purposes of my example, if we were doing communication and critical thinking, 20 and 16, the total points would be 36. Moving on. The third box here to fill out is enter an assignment description. You can go ahead and copy the title of your assignment and put that in there. There is no necessary prescription of how you would write in that description. It is up to you as the faculty member how you would like to describe that assignment. Our fourth entry that you have to put in is this drop-down box called assignment type. Now, just as a reminder, when we're using AEFIS, our students are not logging in to see the assignment. They're not submitting to you, and they're also not seeing their scores as you enter them in for core curriculum or WIN assessment. So here on this drop-down items, you are going to select no submission in AEFIS. That way, students are not having to submit any work through the AEFIS system. Here on this fifth section, which is rubric visibility for students, since the students will not be logging in to see the assignment, go ahead and choose that very first option, display final score and points with the rubric levels. Now we have something that's a little bit more complicated. So I just want to stress the purpose of start date, due date, and grading due date. The start date is the date that you would start the assignment. No matter if you're watching this in September, October, May, April, the start date should always be today, the day that you're creating the assignment. The reason that is because the longer you wait to start the assignment, the longer it'll be before you can actually score it. Most of you are probably going in to score soon. So go ahead and create your start date today, whatever day it is that you are coming in to add this assignment. Your due date is going to be tomorrow. Again, your due date is going to be tomorrow. The reason being is because you want the assignment to go ahead and close out, so no students will submit. Because you're not submitting through the system anyways, we might as well go ahead and put tomorrow. And you cannot put the same date because the system does not allow that, along with the grading due date. The reason we do today, tomorrow, is because those dates have to be before the grading due date. Now, the grading due date should be the due date as to which core curriculum or WIN assessment is due. That gives you the time to go in and score through AEFIS. If you do an earlier date than that, you would only have until that due date to go ahead and score, and it would automatically close out, and you would have to manually go in and open it up. So we suggest put that last date as to when the assessment is due. If you're unsure when the assessment is due, please either reach out to my office or go ahead and visit the assessment page and you will find the due date there. The last option here is for any drop files you would like to add for the description of the assignment. This is not required of you from our office. So you can go ahead and leave that blank and go ahead and click Save. Once you've saved the assignment, you will now see your assignment homepage again, and your new assignment will be listed on your assignments page. Normally, it's located at the very bottom of the page. So you'll go ahead and scroll down till you locate that assignment that you're going to be scoring. As you can see, it's still in draft mode because we haven't finished adding the rubric or publishing the assignment. So the way that you're going to do that is you can see the same blue button, go ahead and hover over it and click on the home button. This will take you to your assignment homepage. Now that you're in your assignment homepage, we need to add the rubric to your assignment. So how do we do that? So you can see we have our assignment name up here. We also have our submissions here and the total amount of students in your course. So what we're looking for is on the left-hand side menu, and it's entitled Grading Criteria. So go ahead and click Grading Criteria. As you can see right now, it's blank. We haven't filled in any rubrics yet. So let's go ahead and add those rubric to your assignment. Go ahead and click this edit button. It'll be located here about top right, mid right. Once you click that, it will take you to the scoring page, which is blank currently for your assignment because we haven't added any rubric. So how do you add rubric? Top left-hand corner, add rubric criteria. Now that you've clicked add rubric criteria, a box will open up where you could actually design the rubric you would like to use. However, you don't need to design any of the rubric. Our office has already uploaded every single rubric from the core curriculum and WIN assessment into AEFIS. So you're going to be looking for that rubric in the rubric library. So how do you do that? Go ahead and click this button, add from library. Once you've done that, you're actually going to see all of the rubric domains that AEFIS has to offer. To make that selection smaller, you're actually going to type the name of the outcome in the search button. For this example, I used critical thinking. I do want to make a side note that if your assignment is being used to test two outcomes, you do have to do this step twice, once for one outcome and then another for the second outcome. And I'll get into that as we go through. As you can see here, we've typed in critical thinking, which is the name of the outcome, and all of our core curriculum rubric have been named CC, semicolon, and the name of the outcome. As you can see here, we have already located some of our domains. Our office suggests pull up the TAMIU core curriculum rubrics and ensure that you're adding every single one of the domains into the AEFIS system. So for critical thinking, I know that there are 4 domains. Here's an example of 2. As you can see, inquiry, core curriculum, critical thinking. That is the name of the rubric that this is coming from, and this is the name of the domain. Go ahead and click this box. As you can see, this is how it looks when it's selected. This is how it looks when it's not selected, but you need to select all of the domains for that outcome being tested. That's why we say, please have the core curriculum rubrics up on screen so you can compare that you are selecting the correct domains as they are written. Once you've selected all of the domains for that one outcome, remember, if you're testing 2, you have to do this twice. So once you've done it for that one outcome, go ahead and click Add Criteria. The computer system will think for a little bit, and behind this box, you will see the rubrics that you have selected. If there's only one outcome you're testing, you're done. All you have to do is click Close. If you're testing a second outcome, you would follow those same steps again, changing the search criteria, locating the domains that you need, and adding that criteria to the assignment. Once you've added all of the rubrics that you needed to add, you can go ahead and click Close. At this point, your assignment now has the proper rubric for scoring assessment. If you want to double check here, that blank page from before should now have all of the rubric domains that you'll be using to score the student's work for core curriculum or WIN assessment. I do want to mention that those of you who are doing WIN all you have to type is WIN, and you will find the 5 domains for that rubric located in the rubric library. Now that you have added your rubric to your assignment, the last things you have to do when creating an assignment through AEFIS is you have to publish and start the assignment. These are some of the most interesting steps because it's the ones that our office always seem to forget. Our first year doing this through AEFIS, it's easy to get tied up through the motions of making these assignments, adding the rubric, and then we forget that one button to go ahead and get started. So how do you do it? Once you've added in your grading criteria, on the right-hand side, you will see the button Publish. Go ahead and click that. Your dates should be the ones that you entered in. No need to edit or change them. Go ahead and click Publish. And once you've clicked Publish, you're ready to start the assessment, so that way you can score. And go ahead and click Start. It's going to ask, are you sure you want to start? Yes, I'm sure I want to start. Go ahead and click Start. And it should be ready for you to score. So you can see we've got our submissions. Again, they're not submitting through AEFIS, so you're not going to see this number grow at all, but it is ready to be scored. So please go ahead and go to our next video, how to link your assignment to assessment purposes before you actually score your students. Thank you guys. If you have any questions on this PowerPoint or this presentation, please reach out to my office. My extension is 2336 and my email is carol.beatty@tamu.edu. Have a great day and thank you for being the best part of TAMU. Bye now.